Hello and welcome to Mix of Nations, your ultimate clubber's guide to the best dance music festivals and events on the planet. Tonight, Norman J meets the Queen.
There you are, Joe, we made you proud. Oops, and he drops it.
And we hit the road with the hardest working DJ in the UK. This is 24 Hours in the life of Judge Jules.
One of the greatest things about DJing is it's really important to have a night that you set your whole sort of mental setup for, and Terminals is the one I just can't wait for.
Plus, we kick it with the Vegas hip-hop crew. Yes, hip-hop and Las Vegas. And Mr. Bob tells us what's going down on the Strip.
Gotta be sweating right now, you know what I'm saying? I'm on TV. You know how Americans, we always trying to be somebody, you know?
We get down with the godfather of house, Frankie Knuckles, in his house for Thanksgiving in Chicago.
But I like this room because it's kind of like a funky room. You can sit on the floor, it's kind of hippie-ish. You know, big fluffy couch, or you can pull the pillows out and just, you know, lay on the floor and have a glass of wine, whatever, you know, make yourself at home.
But right now, it's time to meet DJ Royalty. He made his mark around the globe for the unique vibe that Notting Hill Carnival is renowned for. His good time sound system at the street parade each year has grown into a worldwide movement. Recently, Her Majesty the Queen awarded Norman an MBE for his services to music and DJing, proving that even in her Jubilee year, the Queen still has her finger on the pulse.
I'm the first DJ to be awarded any kind of award for his or her career. I'm here today with my family to pick up my MBE. MBE. There you are, Joe, we made you proud. Oops, and he dropped it.
Norman, it couldn't happen to a nicer and more deserving guy. Fair play, mate.
Did you actually get to go and have a cup of tea with her? Did he? That's wicked. That's wicked.
Hey.
He's one of my greatest heroes, and he deserves everything he gets, Norman. Well done. Spot on, mate. Member of the British Empire, and so you should be.
Somebody inside the palace realised there's, you know, there's a lot to be said for sort of UK club culture. Any free CDs over to Paris? Well, I don't know about that, but I might give some DJing lessons to Wilt or Harry if they're up for it. Tonight we're at Subterranea at my MBE after party. My sound as a DJ is the good time sound. Soulful house, hip-hop, classic funk, classic disco, reggae, all that's good in black music basically. My favourite DJ is my original Good Times DJ, Rudy Ranks. Now I've been lucky, led a charmed DJ life. I love it for what it is, don't take it too seriously, and it's simply about escapism, release, and having a good time.
Typically there's only two DJs, Danny Tenaglia and Junior Vasquez, who were New York Beast DJs who made a name for themselves, a mark in New York. And you have tons of talent here. You know, Eric Murillo, Roger Sanchez. You have a great group of people here in New York who are talented but just haven't been able to establish, you know, a long run in New York, which, you know, it's hard to say. I think the people here are more interested, we're always more interested in the UK sound.
As a radio host with over 1 million listeners, this guy can make or break dance records. He started working as a promoter and DJ of warehouse parties in the 80s. As a student of law, he was an asset when the law tried to shut the party down. And that's why his friends named him Judge Jules.
A fairly typical DJ night in the life of me, Judge Jules. There's 2 gigs tonight. We start off down on the south coast at what's called a weekender, which is ultimately a event taking place in chalets in a kind of pontin / butlins styling. It starts on a Friday, it goes through to a Sunday. I've got bigger entourage than Puff Daddy today, it's great. Normally I've got just my record box and my pint of cranberry. This looks like a real sort of showbiz lifestyle, but it's about the beginning and end of my ride. I just like champagne and cranberry, and I think it's actually quite a girly drink, but you know, if it gives me a feminine side, then that's fantastic. Get down. The thing about DJing is you can't really predict what you're going to play until you look at the crowd. I try to embrace some different musical styles. I wouldn't say that people are like eating out of your hand, but they're certainly sort of responding in a sort of one-on-one connection with what you're doing, and it's just an incredible feeling. The thing about the dance floor is it's the great equaliser. It's not important whether you come from an upper or a lower sort of social strata. It's just down to everybody enjoying themselves together. Sometimes it goes wrong and you don't sort of touch people's musical G-spot, but when you do, it really is quite incredible. I'm sort of a bit bowled over by loads of people kind of talking in a multitude of directions, and this fella over here is sort of waiting to lift the ribbon up, so he's probably getting quite pissed off with me continually talking, so I'll get in the car and say see you at the next place. Cheers. I spend a lot of time in the car. It must be said that there's no average mileage, but we certainly rack up at least 1,000 to 1,500 every Friday and Saturday night. You become quite sort of anarchy on the whole subject. I could name just about every motorway service station and junction on the M1. I don't know if that's something to be particularly proud of, probably not. Just woke up about 30 seconds ago, so I'll feel better in about 5 minutes. Everybody get up. Get on up, everybody get up. Get on up, everybody get up. When you're preparing your records at the beginning of the night, you set your whole sort of mental setup for, and Terminals is the one I just can't wait for. Get on up, everybody get up. Get on up, everybody get up. Get on up, everybody get up. All we are is facets of a kind of symbiotic relationship between the human heartbeat and a bass drum, ultimately. People have danced to up-tempo music in the sort of 124 to 140 BPM radius since the caveman era, and they'll continue to do so. Whether I'm part of it or not is not the relevant factor. It's going to be in existence until the year dot, and it started at that very point when man evolved into being man. Get on up, everybody get up. Get on up. Get on up, everybody get up.
Well, my arm's about 4 inches longer now after tonight. It's just a cranberry juice, but loads of it. Prepared for a long trip. Everybody get up, 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 get on up.
Hey Warren, I'm doing TV, you know what I'm saying? I can't talk to you right now, Playboy, but I'll talk to you in a minute, okay? Just a minute,
For over 50 years, Las Vegas has been a legendary place where dreams are made and some are lost. Once the playground for Elvis and Sinatra, it's now home to America's hip-hop and house generation. And Mr. Bob is as large as it gets.
These many discs, turntable speakers and the board for the mix. Nothing
This is all day, all the time. It never stops. We don't get to the clubs until 1 in the morning, and we go until 10 the next morning. It's insane, but it's so much fun. It's so much fun.
The energy here is so great, and everybody loves to dance. Everybody's having a good time. Everybody likes to look really, really good all the time.
There's two of the guys that will be spinning for us tonight. One is Warren and one is Bob. They're both on KLUC, which is like the largest dance radio station here in Vegas, although primarily plays mostly hip-hop. But they're two crazy characters, and they come and spin here every Saturday, and Thursday night is pure hip-hop night where they play all night long.
Better go and get your stop. Filling the bowl with hot everything, because I'm a Vegas boy. I mean, 24-hour life, you can't beat it. You know, I would never move anywhere else in the world but Vegas. I mean, this is a adult playground. You get, you know, certain things. A lot of white girls, it's stuff to change, you know what I'm saying? You know, people always say, well, hip-hop for black people and everything. Once we came here, we've been here for 3 years. Once we came here and we started DJing on Saturday nights, we realized, man, white people listen to hip-hop, if not more than black people do. Every song we play, they know. They sing it, they hands up, they know the lyrics, everything. The women, they groove. It's the same. To me, when I'm DJing, I don't see a color. I see people, and my job is to rock that party.
This is one of the few places you can come in Vegas where it's a good club that plays hip-hop, because they play a good mixture of trance and house and hip-hop, where most places just do the trance and house thing, and I love hip-hop.
Everybody wants to hear hip-hop, you know what I'm saying? It varies. It's so funny. Like one night, you know what I'm saying, you want to hear house, and then other times you want to hear hip-hop. But most of the time, like when I'm DJing, like if I go out here right now and I go to the stage, I have 5 or 6 females come to me like, are you going to play hip-hop?
I like hip-hop, but I used to love techno. I'm really, really, really into hip-hop right now.
I love house. I respect house DJs, but it's like, seems like every club is playing house. You know what I'm saying? And like, you know, every club's playing hip-hop, but, you know, it's different ways of playing hip-hop. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, you know, I'm a hype man. My brother Warren's a DJ. Together we're a team. You know what I'm saying? You put that together, you can't beat it. You know?
No diploma, selling something on the corner on the morning of the 21st day. What your verse say? Get it if you want it, and I want it in the worst way. It's hot. Better go.
The hallway is right next to the bathroom, and for some apparent reason, women go to the bathroom 100 times in a night. It's the best place to find the women. You get them drunk, they go to the bathroom, you come out, hey, it's lovely. And for some apparent reason, when the women drink, I look skinnier, so it's all good.
Better go and get your
gonna make y'all stop. Take a minute and remember who takes the top. Do the way to the city, slow down myself. Just admit it, everybody will describe myself. So remember's gonna make y'all stop. Take a minute and remember who takes the top.
Definitely get down to Vegas, come out, Sin City. We'll drop well, we won't do that, but we'll drink a lot of water, okay? I'll talk to y'all when I talk to you. Peace.
Where did house music start? DJ Elbert retraces the first key moments in Chicago house music history. Let's see what's left of these legendary music shrines.
Hi, I'm Elbert. Join me as I take you around some of the legendary spots of Chicago house music history. We're on Michigan and Wacker, and we're about to make the journey downstairs to the music box. This is a journey you would take down to Ronnie's Club. For those who don't know, Ron Hardy was the man of the music box. Place opened in '83, closed in '87, first quarter, and it's just a place where a person could do anything. If you were me, kid underage, you were trying to do that handstand thing, so you could prove that you were already in, so they have to let you back in. This area is hell of a whole lot more populated now than it was when the warehouse was coming to be. The building has been torn down. We're standing in the vicinity of the warehouse right now, 206 North Jefferson. Robert Williams opened this place, and he originally wanted Larry Levan, per the legend. Larry was the first person to be offered the space, and he didn't want it. Frankie took it and took it to another level entirely.
In the beginning, there was house music, and in the beginning, it was Frankie Knuckles. The Grammy Award-winning godfather of house carried his sound to four corners of the planet to become the world's first superstar DJ. Let's join Frankie at his home in Chicago for a very special Thanksgiving lunch and party.
Let me show you around a little bit. First of all, happy Thanksgiving. We have baked ham, and this is fried turkey. And that's my macaroni and cheese there, collard greens, cranberry sauce. The bread is on the table. And this is my dining room and my living room up there, and that's my partner over there. That's Frederick. Say hi, Frederick. Hello. This is probably one of my favorite posters. A couple friends of mine have an antique poster art gallery in New York City. I saw this and I fell in love with it. And here is where I make noise at when I'm home. It's kind of junky in here and kind of messy. The awards I have up here on the wall, well, that's probably the best one I've got, I think. Tony Braxton gave me that for doing Unbreak My Heart. I got this poster when I was working at a record store here in Chicago called Imports, Etc. And this album, I remember when this album came out, and I saw the poster and I fell in love with it. I'm standing right in front of it so you can't see it. Sorry about that. I fell in love with it, and I kept it. This is some of my old vinyl. Now, obviously, this isn't my whole collection. This is just a small part of it. These with the really frayed and kind of brown-looking edges, you can tell this is the really, really old stuff. Let me just pull something, see what I pull out. Yep, see? Donald Byrd, the Blackbirds. Lance Adams Priest's incredible record. This is a must-have. This console originally belonged to David Morales. He gave it to me. It's the ultimate console for a DJ. They first came out with these limited edition gold plated, 24 karat gold plated. This is like a pair of the first print, I guess, that they made. And I've kind of held on to them. But I like this room because it's kind of like a funky room. You can sit on the floor. It's kind of hippie-ish. You know, big fluffy couch, or you can pull the pillows out and just, you know, lay on the floor, have a glass of wine, whatever, you know, make yourself at home. I produced 2 gigs in Chicago a year, 2 big parties, and I've been doing it. Actually, next year will be the 10th year that I've been doing this.
Frankie means festivity, party time. It comes around twice a year, so you mark on the calendar, you just always know it's going to be a good time.
When you hear Frankie Knuckles' name, it's synonymous with Chicago and the house movement.
Chicago is the place for house. It's the birthplace, and you can't help but feel that.
There wouldn't be house music, the warehouse, if there wasn't Frankie Knuckles.
He was spinning this music at the warehouse, that's how it became house music. So, he's the inventor of house music.
Frankie started it, especially here in Chicago, got everybody going, and then from there he tried to go over to Europe and give everybody the same flavor that he gave here, and maybe with a little edge more. And then he, you know, things he learns over there, brings it back here, and then we just can't get enough again.
Chicago is still pretty much stuck in a time warp. The only thing you hear is just classics and the oldies all the time, everywhere, on radio, every party you went to, and people automatically thought that, you know, when I moved back there, I should be playing the same thing. And it took the better part of the past 2 years I've been back there to make people understand I live in the here and now, you know, and I'm more concerned about now and what's going to happen tomorrow musically.
When you hear Frankie Knuckles' name, you know that you're in for a good time.
Frankie Knuckles is house music because look at this crowd. Last time I was here, I danced off my shoes. I fell off of them.
There's a big contingent in Chicago that really is hungry for what's going on outside of the city, and they don't have the luxury to travel like that. So to bring it home is kind of nice.
He puts a lot of heart into his work, and it actually reflects out on the dance floor. All those people that are out there, they just can't get enough.
Next week, we rev things up with Hard House Goddess and Savage. and hit the Strip with the clubbing kids of Las Vegas.
You couldn't have asked for a better place to grow up. Out of control, non-stop.
And we'll also take things down a gear, chilling out with London's Rob de Bank. See you then.